Today, I want to talk about wasted potential and how many different avenues this can happen to people. First off, I want to talk about Brax from Counter Strike. This kid was literally like the amazing 13-year-old next up who was going to save NA, all this shit. I mean, NA was still a good region, but he was supposed to cook up all this, and he threw one game for skins and ended up being banned the entire prime of Counter Strike. Apparently, it's still peaking, but you get what I mean, the peak of his life at least, he couldn't play Counter Strike professionally because he threw a game, and apparently he wasn't even involved in the throwing. He was just a part of the team that was. So there goes his whole, career as a professional gamer. He's not even that big on socials. And when Valorant came out, he did play on T1, but it just wasn't the same. And he never fully got to live up to his potential. Even now, when I watch his streams and he plays Counter Strike, he literally can be the best player in the world. He can cook anybody. The Zywus, the Simples. He's literally still him, and it's so sad that he never got to live up to his legacy. Another thing I want to talk about is being born in like the wrong country or like a bad hood, because that really stunts your growth as a person. Because environment is one of the most important things, and if you're just stuck in the incorrect loop of life, then you're kind of just cooked, because your brain is going to be occupied with things that aren't important or are just a little bit irrelevant in what you want to do, and it's just not congruent for you and your goals if you are an ambitious person. And it really just sucks, because there's some people that are ambitious but they just have so many things to do, and they're in the wrong part of the world or the wrong part of town, and they can't chase their goals. Like, how that sucks, you know? That really sucks. I grew up in the suburbs. I'm so lucky to have grown up in the suburbs instead of like Brooklyn or something. It's still New York, but I'm still so lucky for that. The town next door to me is like one of the worst in Long Island. Another big point I want to talk about is professional, soccer players, basketball players. These people, one injury and it's over. Like, look at Lonzo Ball. He got into the league, played a good couple of years, and then he had this terrible knee surgery, and it was just over because he messed up his knee so bad. Apparently, he went to the best doctor and did rehab for like 2 years straight. And when he came back, starting a new season, it just wasn't the same. They were apparently hyping him up like, oh, he was about to be insane. Lonzo Ball is back, and he just couldn't do it the same anymore. And it's so sad. Injuries happen. It sucks. It is what it is. But wow, he could have had a crazy, way better legacy. But it's over now, kind of. So I think that if you are in good health, if you have the correct environment around you, please do not waste the potential and go and chase your dreams. Seriously. Because there's not a lot of people have that opportunity, and do not take it for granted, because sooner or later something can happen. Another point I want to talk about is doppelgangers. And this is some shit inspired by The Flash. I know this is like childish to talk about, but I truly think there's like different versions out. Like, if there were to be other versions of me, I'm not saying that there is. Um, I could be so many different fucking things if I put my mind to it. I could be a professional soccer player. I could be a movie director. I could be an actor. I could be a professional video game player. I know for a fact I'm very fucking talented, and I just haven't had my big winner yet, but I'm actively trying to get there. But I know what, no matter what it is, if I picked a different avenue, I 100% could be the best at it too and have a name for myself in any industry in life. I know for a fact. Throw me on a corner in Brooklyn and I'll still become one of the best at something. You know what I mean? There's so many passions that I have, but sometimes it's hard to, find that exact one. And I feel like sooner or later I am truly going to pick that one path and strictly follow it until I am the greatest at it. But don't get it confused, because I know for a fact that no matter what I pick, if I put in the hours, I am a fast learner and I know how to network, I will definitely become one of the best in the world. I'll never limit myself to just one thing, and I don't think you guys should either.